Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the men and women of the United States European Command pay special tribute to Brigadier General Jessica Meyeraan on the occasion of her promotion to Major General. The presiding officer for today's ceremony is Major General John D. LaMontagne, Chief of Staff, United States European Command.
And so when General Walters needed to select the next leader for our J7 team, assessments and exercises, he didn't have to look very far. Right? She's already here, knocking it out in spades, an easy selection for General Walters to make. And so she and the whole team are working to converge our exercises with NATO's exercises, which is absolutely one of our commander's priorities, and a whole bunch of assessment work as well that the whole team is working towards under your leadership. And so, again, the bottom line is today is a no-doubter, right? A slam dunk. We've all seen this coming for a while. She's been operating at the highest levels for 3 decades across just about every portfolio, right? Intelligence, operations, programs, policy, resources, innovation, strategy, manpower, personnel. I don't think there's anything you haven't done, again, at the highest levels. So it's an honor and a privilege to be a part of the ceremony today. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I think I'm the only thing standing between you and another star on your shoulders. So with that, we will publish the order.
Attention to orders. The President of the United States, acting upon the recommendation of the Secretary of the Air Force, has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of Brigadier General Jessica Meyeraan. In view of these qualities and her demonstrated potential to serve in the higher grade, Brigadier General Jessica Meyeraan is hereby promoted to the grade of Major General, United States Air Force. Thank you, Meyeraan family. General LaMontagne will now give the oath.
I, Jessica Meyeraan, having been appointed a Major General in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So, help me God.
First and formally, I'm humbled, I'm honored, and I'm so very grateful. So let me start with each if you'll allow it. First of all, I'm humbled by your presence. Your presence is extremely humbling and awesome. Thank you. I'm also very, very humbled by the support and interest and concern that all of you show me. I just want to spend a moment on my Adjutant General, Major General Bohack. I'm humbled by his presence here today, albeit virtually. General Bohack, you have always been warm, interested, and supportive of me over the last 18 years. It's hard to believe we've known each other that long. It was Lieutenant Colonel Bohack and Lieutenant Colonel Meyeraan all those years ago, and he just welcomed me with open arms. He was a maintenance squadron commander, and we deployed to Turkey, and I was kind of knocked back on my heels by the intense and thick family relationships that permeated throughout the Nebraska Guard that was there taking their turn in Turkey, and I felt a little like the outsider, but he knocked that down in a minute and really warmly welcomed me into the National Guard, and later rose to be the Adjutant General and is a long-serving and highly regarded and deeply respected leader in our National Guard, sir. And the support and interest that you have shown me over the years has enabled me to be here today, and I just want to thank you very much. I'm humbled by all of that. I also want to call out Master Sergeant retired Cheryl Bauer-Cohen, who has joined us as well. And what you need to know about Cheryl is Staff Sergeant Cheryl was this second lieutenant, so wet behind the ears, accountability partner, and she taught me so much about what it means to be an airman. And her presence is a reminder of an amazing career-long friendship that we have been able to maintain. And I'm grateful to her for the airman I am today. She had a large part in helping shape that, and she is a great embodiment of the bulk of our force, regardless of your service, and that's our enlisted men and women. Cheryl taught me about how professional and dedicated and hardworking they are and how they deserve to be cared for and led well. And so for all of that, Cheryl, I thank you, and of course, for our friendship and for joining us this morning. Thank you very much. So the Tannberg rings, I answer it. It's General Howard. The first words out of his mouth are, "Jessica, are you sitting?" We're on a video teleconference. I'm at my stand-up desk. "No, I'm not sitting." He says, "You might want to sit." So I did on my desk. And he asked me, "Would you be the director of J7? I'll not lie to you. I didn't say yes right away, only because of the first person I called out, and that was Major General Bohack. I had promised him I'd come home and learn the family business and serve as his assistant adjutant general. And I wanted to know that he was okay with that before I answered the DCOM who was asking on behalf of the commander. General Howard, on behalf of General Walters, thought enough of the performance I gave in the 5-8 to ask me to stay on and step up as a director. I'm so grateful. You know, at 32 and a half years, when people ask you to keep helping, that's huge, right? Because I'm kind of long in the tooth, and they could just say thank you and send me home, but they didn't. They asked me to stay, and I'm honored by that. I am so excited to do it, and I can't wait to see what the coming months have in store for all of us. My last emotion is that of gratitude, right? You have to have an attitude of gratitude, and when you do, life just seems a little easier to take. But let me just talk to you a little bit about why I'm so grateful. And of course, I have to start first and foremost. I'm grateful to God because He is the giver of all good things, and I am covered up in blessings great and small. Chief among those blessings are my family, who has stood by me and supported me, have enabled and empowered me to do what I've done the last 32 and a half years, and that is all by God's grace. Women in the greatest military on this planet, and to get to wear my nation's cloth and serve in the United States Air Force is an amazing blessing given to me by God. I thank Him every day that I have meaningful and important work to do. I can't go any further in my remarks without acknowledging all of the men and women whom I've had the benefit and privilege to serve over the last 32 and a half years. It was them who got me here. Chief among them are the supervisors and mentors who took the time and interest in me to understand how I ticked, what my strengths and weaknesses were, helped premiere and promote my strengths, and helped me overcome and diminish my weaknesses. Ladies and gentlemen, again, you honor me by being here. Thank you so very much for making this event so important and so special for my family and my friends. Thank you.